This week on the Bedroom Talk Show, we are discussing starting her own woman-owned business coffee brand by funding using her stimulus check. Y'all, she flipped her check. With your host, Crystal J. And this week's guest is Victoria. Stay tuned. I know you guys can hear me in the beginning, but hey, you guys, it's your girl Crystal J, and I'm back. This week I have a dope guest. I met her in Clubhouse, y'all. First off, before we go live, before we even start this interview, y'all, she went from homeless, from getting her stimulus check, from flipping it to making a coffee brand. Should I say more? Like, this is gonna be a dope interview. Stay tuned. If you gotta go, do whatever you gotta do on your Monday, could just make sure you come back. We're gonna be for an hour. But let's get into this interview, girl. So like I said, I met her on Clubhouse, y'all. And when she was telling her story, her testimony, it really touched me because a lot of people, they use their stimulus, and I'm not judging, but she used her stimulus to create her future. I found that very deep that she did that. She didn't use it to go party. And what I'm gonna get to my questions later. But Victoria, tell us your story, girl.
Hey everybody, thank you Crystal for having me on your show. Yes, we did meet on the Clubhouse, which is such a great platform if you use it the right way. And I used Clubhouse to basically network my coffee brand. So a little background history on my homelessness. I make my own words up along the way. So I became homeless and transitioning from Florida to Atlanta, not because of something that I did on my own, because I paid my bills on time. However, we're moving to a new city. I ended up moving in with one of my friends that I considered a good friend, but she did not also tell me that she was behind in her bills. So I was paying her while she was trying to catch up from however long she was not paying her bills, which put me in a bind because I was living with her, which caused me to be homeless, right? In Florida, I am a hairstylist. I have been a hairstylist for over 17 years. So that forced me to try to find a corporate job with no more corporate experience because I have been doing hair for all of my life, like literally all of my life. That's just what I've done. I don't like working for people. I just consider my own self a boss, right? So now I'm trying to figure out, not figure out, but now I have to make up lies on resumes so I can get a job. In the process of me doing that, I'm driving Uber, I'm driving Lyft, I'm sleeping in my car because I don't know people here like that at all. It was really my friend and my business partner in Florida, her son and her brother. And my friend Melissa was like, Vic, you can stay at my son's house. You can stay at my brother's house. I don't want you in your car. Pride, of course, pride is like, nah, I got this. I'm okay. I'm not dying. It's okay. I'm gonna be okay. So I'm driving Uber all night. I'm sleeping in my car trying to figure it out. And I always tell people that was some of my darkest days. And life throws you limits. Life throws you a lot of things, but that was my darkest moments. I had never saw me. I picture my own self to become homeless and let alone sleeping in my car. I don't know how I'm gonna eat. Like I didn't know. I just did not know what was going on. So I stayed at my friend's house to bathe and get back in my car and just get it in. Um, One of my clients ended up moving here, and I was telling her what was going on, and she said, Vic, just stay at my house. Stay at my house, get yourself together, and we'll move forward from there. And I ended up moving in with her, right? So while I moved in with her, I'm still not working. I'm driving Lyft. I'm talking about from I would get up at 8 in the morning to maybe 1 o'clock, grab something to eat real quick, go back to her house, take a nap, and be out for the traffic for when people get out of work all the way to the wee hours of night, maybe like 6 in the morning, right? And I will always stop and get coffee. I before I would even do that, I always have been a coffee lover. I worked at Starbucks. Starbucks was one of my most enjoyable jobs because I love the fact that I can meet people, I can network people from all walks of life, and I'm a talker by nature. And I was like, I'm coming out with my own coffee. That's all I would say. Hey, I'm coming out with I'm coming out my own coffee. That's just what I'm doing. And I would just come up with sayings of what's my name gonna be when I drop this, and I will always say coffee keeps me up. So I can get on my grind to stay doing what I'm doing. And that's how I came up with coffee and grind because I'm driving Lyft, I'm driving Uber, I'm doing whatever it takes to get this money so I can be who I am now. And the stimulus check hit. It was either Vic, get you an apartment or flip this money and let this money make money for you. And that's what I did. I didn't have time to purchase an apartment at that time because at that point, if I would have got apartment, it was only going to last me for 1 month. I needed to think ahead and not for my right now. So I got my money and I researched coffee companies, different coffee beans, the difference between so many coffee beans that I'm still yet learning. And I came out with coffee and grind.
Let me tell you, you guys, she beat me to the question. So my question was to her. So what made you invest in a business versus getting you an apartment with your stimmy? But she just answered it. But go ahead and answer it again. But do y'all not see the hustle she had in her? Like I thought her story was very inspiring not to share. So and her Instagram is right here, you guys.
So it didn't make sense. It didn't make sense financially. I'm a finance person because I'm a hairstylist by trade. So I'm always dealing with money all the time. And I already have an entrepreneur spirit and a business mind. So I'm always thinking about my next move. And I'm also thinking about my future. So if it doesn't make sense in the long run, or in the next 5 years, then I'm not gonna do it. I believe in taking risks. So why not get into something that is addicting? Coffee, if you're a coffee lover, it's addicting. I'm a coffee lover. I'm addicted to coffee, right? I know how much money I spend at Starbucks. I don't like Dunkin' Donuts. I think I'm like have bougie a little bit. So I like Starbucks because Starbucks and I work for them. So I know the time that they put in Mexico and Colombia with all these things, right? So it did not
Yep.
make sense to get an apartment. Then I would have caused homelessness on myself, right? So it was more so take your money and invest it. And if you invest in something that's good, it's gonna always get a return. You're gonna always get a return in what's good. Now, if you do it for something that's foolishly, then you're not gonna get nothing in return because now you're spending things on a bag. I don't need a purse.
People like to flex on social media, and I don't understand why.
Yeah,
Like, why are you flexing so hard when you can actually be really getting your real bag
in real
and
life.
creating that dream that you need?
Yeah,
Like, I agree with that. And you had a comment, and I know it was towards you. It says hustle and motivation. Yes, that is the same mentality I have. You sometimes you have to hustle till you can't hustle no more. You have to
right,
you have to put that work in. You have to figure out that
yeah,
plan. Like, what do I need to do to get to where I need to be in 10 years? Like, sometimes
right,
we look at the small picture and we look at just today, and we're not looking a year, 4 years ahead. No, put in that work and let's get to what we need to get. Like, a lot of
right,
people forget that. A lot of people they be so focused on flexing and going on these trips. You go on this trip, sis, and you really at home struggling, and you should not be out of town. You should be at home stacking that paper and go on that trip next year for you can flex real hard on yourself, not for nobody else, but for yourself. But
Mm-hmm.
that's all in mindset. That's all
It
in the
is
mindset.
all that. And of course, I wanted to go on a trip, but when I can't, if I would have went on the trip and then came back to my reality was having nothing, then I went on a trip in vain to impress people that probably don't even like me anyway. So
Facts.
it doesn't make sense. And we're so caught up in social media and trying to
Mm.
impress the masses. When I'm not trying to impress the masses, I'm living out my life for my future so my kids can be good for their children. So
Now you better preach
I
because sometimes, and
preach.
I know people like that who just really flex. And I'm like, why are you on social media flexing so hard?
Yeah.
Like, what's your game plan? Like, let's get to it. Like, for me personally, I don't flex. Like, I'm trying to figure out how can I get here to make these millions that I want to make.
Mhm.
I want to make millions and billions. I don't want to make thousands. I want to make so much money to the point when I die, I know my kids and my grandkids and
Mhm.
my great grandkids, my whole legacy is gonna be straight.
Mhm.
That's my mentality. We had a comment. Somebody said, "Preach." Exactly. Yes. Broken foolish. That's a whole segment. Broken foolish.
It's facts, and it's so
But
funny that you say that. And with especially with mindset, right? Me and my friends, so they're on here now. Every Thursday, we meet. We have the meeting of minds because we're working towards something for the greater good. You know, like we can't just live in the moment. We have to
mhm.
live in our future, in our destiny. And if we just spend money carelessly, we're gonna keep repeating cycles and running in
I
circles.
agree.
And I'm not doing that. I'm
I
not.
agree.
I want to go to sleep and I want to wake up to Shopify some money in my account. So,
Fact.
oh, okay.
That's how I think. Like, instead of me buying certain things, why not invest into my business? Why not put more money into what I need it to be versus me buying clothes, me buying stupid phones, stupid things that ain't gonna make me no money.
Right.
Like I love this is why I interview her, y'all. Somebody said so true. You have to change your mindset.
You do.
Yes, you have to change your mindset. If you don't change your mindset, you're gonna always be in that broken place.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
And I that's coming from me because I was in a broken place like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And that girl ain't here no more. That girl is buried. That like
It'll put the yes, girl,
yes.
yes,
I'm
girl.
very open about me. Like I try to be as open as I can on my
Yeah.
platform. Like I was in a broken place and I had to change my mindset. Like nobody, this is my thing. Nobody gonna create your table. You have to create your own seat at your own table.
Yeah.
And that's a fact. You have to create your own seat at your own table. That's all you have to do. And
One of
once you start to think like that, everything gonna start coming to you. It may take time, it may take a lot of money, but you're gonna have to put your money where your mouth is and keep it moving.
period. One of my favorite scriptures, because I'm a church baby too, right? One
Oh, okay.
of the is where the paralytic man was trying to get to Jesus and his friends could not get him through the door, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he had, and I love the scripture so much that his friends were creative. His friends had faith for him, and not only was his friends had faith for him, they were also creative for him because he was paralytic. He could not move, he could not do nothing. So his friends had just enough faith to say, "Hold on, bro, I got you. We coming through the roof." So they created another way. If we can't get you through the door, baby, we coming through the roof, and y'all gonna feel my friend, and my friend's gonna get healed. And we have to not also change our mindset, but we have to be around people that believe in what it is that
People who want to see you win. People that don't want to see you do nothing but win.
is. Period. That's
That's
fact.
all.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes like they always say birds of a feather flock together. If your birds ain't trying to win, they ain't the birds you need to be with. Like if your whole circle's trying to win, that's your circle.
That's your circle.
Like that's I agree with that. Somebody said build that table if needed. Go get the supplies and all.
That's good.
Facts. Don't go to Home Depot, get everything you need and keep building. I agree with that. Somebody said snap, snap, and that's loan money. I agree. Like these comments, like I agree with everything you guys are saying. Let me get some of her questions, you guys. So my question for you first is, how did you cope with stress? Being homeless, starting your coffee business in the beginning, you had nowhere to stay. You just took your stimulus and you just put it into coffee. So like, how did you cope with that stress?
For real, my friends, like my friends kept me, my friends that knew. So let me help everybody that's watching, everybody that know my business. And I'm very transparent. I am the most transparent person you could have ever met in your life. I will tell you everything because I don't hold a lot of things in, because I'm a firm believer of, when I die, I can't take this to the grave. So I was careful with sharing my story with the right people and the right ears and the ones that carry my heart. Because you have some people that just want to know your business to spray your business. And I'm not going to let you tell my business before I tell my own business. So I was careful in sharing, because the ones that I did share with, I knew their heart towards me was praying. Their heart towards me was encouragement. Their heart towards me was, you're gonna make it through this, and God got you. So I handled my stress with praying, and I just knew that, God, if you keep me through this, I know that the end result thereof is going to be everything. I just needed to be kept. And I was kept through prayer and encouragement. I did, I know that pride steps in and we don't want to tell everybody our business, but if you got somebody in your corner that knows you and they're going to uplift you, that's what I did. I told them, listen, let me tell you what's going on. I'm homeless. I'm not coming back home, but I'm homeless at the moment. And I cried. We feel like we can't cry. I cried many a nights. That did not mean that I did not believe God's word for my life. That did not mean that I did not see where I was going. That means that I was just stressed out. And if those tears was a relief for me to have some type of relief so I can go to sleep at night and be okay, I cried. I was okay with crying, but I did not give up. I screamed. I got in my car sometimes, like, I don't understand. I don't get it. It was okay, but I pressed through. So I managed my stress with prayer, my friends, and crying and yelling and kicking and screaming. But I kept grinding.
I love that answer. My next question is, how did you manage to stay focused?
Man, I believe in speaking and seeing what you have going on. I have coffee and grind to this day on my screensaver on my phone. Like, I need to see this thing. It has to be clear. I believe in vision boards. So I didn't make a paper vision board. I actually got on Canva, right? I got on Canva and I made my own personal vision board. So I have on my screensaver, when the phone shuts off for those iPhone users. No shade to Android. I don't know how y'all do it, but I'm an iPhone girl. So on my iPhone, it's the coffee and grind. In the back round of my apps, it was my vision board that I created on Canva. And I would look at that thing and I would be like, I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it. And I remember doing driving Uber, the lights downtown in Atlanta. I love those lights. They're so dope. And even now, when I see the lights, I'm like, I'm gonna make it. I'm going to make it. So just having my vision in front of me, having that vision, visually looking at it, that's how I stay focused. I stay focused by looking at it, just looking at it and speaking it like it's gonna happen. I'm gonna kill it. I'm gonna kill this. I'm gonna be this black girl with my own brand. I got this.
I love that. And me being a barista in my other life, I agree.
Yep.
Coffee makes a lot of money, and I see like what it does. People come in upset with a bad attitude. They get their coffee. It's like, I feel better. I'm like, okay. So I
Yeah.
understand why you created coffee and grind. But my next question for you is, give me one sec. I had it up while you was talking. How
Okay.
did you balance being homeless and starting your brand? So I know you was starting your brand. Like, what was that mindset like? And like, what was your balance? Do you understand the question?
Balance.
Or you want me to say it again?
Break it down a little bit. Sometimes I have slow moments. Supposed break it
It's
down.
okay. I have dinky moments all the time. My question is, so what was your mindset, right? And how did you balance your work life and your homeless life?
Man, that's crazy, right? Cause Even though I was homeless, that wasn't my mentality. I was just in a situation. That's not who I was. I was just homeless at the moment because of a situation. So my mindset never was I'm homeless. It was just I got stuck in a situation. I knew that I was great, not to be, and I'm saying that as humbly as I know how. I know who I am. I know who I am in Christ, and I know who I am outside of Christ. I knew who I was before I became homeless because of the situation. I'm always was an entrepreneur. I always was a boss. I was just in a situation, so I didn't even have to take on the mentality of being homeless. Because had I would have took on that mentality, then I would have started feeling sorry for the situation. I didn't feel sorry for the situation. I said I'm coming up out of this situation. So my mentality stayed in as an entrepreneur. When I went out with friends, my cousin girlfriend, when we would go out to dinner, thank God she didn't know I was broke. Look, I said I was broke, beautiful, and disgusted, right? She didn't know I was broke, but it was some kind of she would pay for my meals. And I'm talking about we didn't go to Burger King. She would take me to Houston's, and I would be like, Lord, how I'm getting ready to pay for this little meal. So I would get like little small stuff because I knew at that point what was in my account. And she's like, oh, girl, I got it. But when I showed up in my nice attire. She didn't know I was homeless. If I would have showed up looking homeless, then people would have been asking, what's wrong with her? Why she looking crazy? So
So homeless wasn't your mindset.
yeah, it's once
It
again back to
wasn't.
the mindset. I wasn't my situation. I was pushing past the situation because I'm gonna show up as my best self. I'm gonna show up as the person that I see myself as the boss that I know I am. You
I
know,
love this.
yeah.
I gotta stop you right there. You
Go ahead,
said you was broke. Beautiful. What would you say?
girl,
Beautiful.
bro. Hold on, I'm not. I say I was in business, well, starting the business, broke
Hmm.
and beautiful. How, now to make that make sense.
Okay. And I love how you said you knew you was homeless, but that wasn't your mindset. You kept going. You kept showing us to places looking bomb, and nobody knew what you was going through. But now that's your testimony.
That's
Since
my
we're gonna bring God in this, because I believe in God.
that's
So now that's your testimony. How powerful is that? I can't wait till your brand blow up.
thank
I hope it's bigger than Starbucks.
it. It is
Cause
bigger
I
than
can't wait. I see we have some more questions.
okay.
You guys, we about to go to commercial break after this question right here on YouTube. Okay, the question is, how do you shower and how did you do your hair when you was homeless?
Well, I was working as a hairstylist. I'm not sure if they was in the beginning. I was a hairstylist. So when I became homeless, at that time I had the crochets because I was just a month in here. I had crochets in my hair. So I was boom, had the crochet. So that lasted me a good 3 months. And then I was going to my friend's brother house to shower and come back out. I didn't I just couldn't stay there because I didn't want to, and he didn't care. He didn't mind me staying, but it was a
Mhm.
1 bedroom apartment. He ain't had no he ain't want the AC on, no nothing. I can't do this. I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. So I had crochets in my hair for the 3 months. Now I wasn't homeless for the whole entire year. I was homeless for only 2 months.
Okay, 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
So you gave yourself 2 months to get back on it. I love that. 2 months. You
And
have
I
people. You have people that they let their situation become who they are. They literally let their
no
situation become who they are. Whatever they're going through is who they are, and they're not thinking past it. They're not thinking I can be better than what this is right now. This is just a moment in life. I can look back 5 years and I'll be like, damn, I was homeless for 2 months, but I ain't let that
to
be me. So
no
that's what I'm getting from you. You
no
guys about go to commercial break, and we'll be back in 45 seconds. Hi, my name is Crystal Jordan, and I'm not sure if you're aware, but I am dropping a coloring book based on autism, yes, and it's called Just Like You. I want to bring awareness to autism, which is a social disorder. And with that being stated, my son is my inspiration. And the name of my new brand is called Zachariah's World. I cannot wait to share it with my friends and family. I cannot wait for you guys to get this coloring book in hand and share it with generations and be able to teach your kids and they teach their kids about autism. Yes, autism. I think it's something so amazing, and this would be a great way to share it in schools, hospitals, doctor offices, even dentist office. Why not? And even the library. So if you're all into supporting me and my son, please check out Just Like Me, coming soon. I shot that commercial a while ago, you guys. My coloring book is actually out. You can order it on Amazon or my website, FYI. Thank you. And my children's book be out June 13th. So stay tuned for that and stay tuned for all my other books that will be releasing within the next 2 months. Stay tuned, you guys. Now let's get back to you because I am enjoying this interview. I don't think I had an interview I enjoyed this much in a long time.
Oh,
and
no.
I enjoy all my interviews. I'm not bashing any of my guests. All my guests that come on my platform, I love every single one of them. But I just love how you have so much hustle in you and the way that you're talking about your story, because I feel like everybody's story is different. Everybody's story is powerful, and the way you're sharing your story can inspire somebody. Somebody can be watching this right now and they can be in a situation and homeless and they let that situation beat them and they listening to you like, no, this isn't me. I am better than this. So
Yeah.
I am loving interviewing you because of that. And I know that you can touch somebody because when you talk to me and we was on the club, we met on Clubhouse, y'all.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
was like, your story is powerful. Can I interview you? She's like, yes. I said, okay, say less. And I kept in contact with her because I wanted to make sure that I interview her because I felt like her story was so powerful.
Yeah.
Um, it was just so powerful, you guys. I'm so sorry. I enjoyed every moment of it.
Thank
So
you.
my next question, you're welcome. My next question is, where are your next goals for the 6 months? What are your goals for the next 6 months? Sorry, I read the question wrong
My
and
next
I wrote it.
for the 6 month, this 6 months period coming up. Well, I'm dropping tea because I do understand, and that's what let me say. That's what I'm currently drinking now. My own tea line that I'm coming out with. It was supposed to be released on Thursday, but I had some few setbacks, and that's fine. Um, because I do understand that everyone is not a coffee drinker. And I wanted to show love for my tea drinkers because I love tea. So I'm working on my tea brand. I'm working on some more flavors for my coffee brand. I want to come out with something vanilla, and just doing a lot of marketing. I just want to do a lot of marketing with my coffee brand as a whole. Not introducing too much stuff because sometimes you can overwhelm your own self, and not just focus on what you have doing. So I want to focus more so on the brand so people can know what coffee and grind is, who coffee and grind is, and go forth from there. So that's what I'm doing for the next 6 months, pushing this tea and pushing the coffees that I do have that is available on my site and my coffee mugs.
I think that is dope. First off, I don't drink tea, but when I said you drink, what you drink? You say tea. I said that's your tea, and you say yes. I said okay, girl. I see you because I think that's dope that you know that everybody don't drink coffee. Some people drink tea. So I love how you're creating your brand and you just keep like I'm keep going. I'm keep going. I'm keep going. I love that. And when I first talked to you on Clubhouse, you said you had your coffee in a boutique. Tell us about that connect.
No, no, no. I was telling you about starting your own boutique, and I was seeing
Oh, that what
do
oh,
this.
that what you told me. I thought you said you had your coffee in a boutique.
No, girl, I don't want to have nothing.
No, I thought I thought somebody was serving your coffee inside their boutique.
Oh, no, 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 no. My friend Amy is trying to get my coffee in some like high end boutique here in
Mhm.
Atlanta. So
Gotcha.
I haven't really touch bases with her on that. But thank you for reminding me because I'm gonna touch bases back with her. When we're together, we just talk about so much stuff. But thank you for that. I need to,
You're so welcome because I remember you talking about it, and
yeah,
I
because
think it's a big. That's actually a big boutique here in Atlanta. I can't remember the name of it right now.
boutique because we was talking about it.
Yep,
Uh,
it's in Buckhead, right?
it's in freaking Buckhead. Why can't I remember the name of the boutique?
I
But
can't remember why you don't remember it.
I know, cause you know what I mean. Amy talk about so much stuff, but I need to. And why I can't remember that? Cause it's very exclusive. I can't remember it, but I'm dead. Thank you for that. I need to touch bases on her for that.
Okay, my next question is my son's up here laughing. Is what type of coffee? What's your favorite type of coffee?
Girl,
Since you're a coffee brand now, it's a lot of different flavors of coffee. You got the blonde, you got the dark, you got the house.
mm-mm.
So, what coffee brand do you have? Like tell us about your coffee. Describe how it tastes. Like let us envision your coffee for all us coffee drinkers out there.
Okay, so my coffee, my favorite coffee from my brand is called Stay Woke. I love Stay Woke because it's strong, it's black, it's sexy. It doesn't have a bitter taste. It goes down your throat smooth, and you can taste the flavors of Stay Woke. And truly, it's I say it's like a Cuban coffee. You don't need no sugar. You don't need no cream because it's not bitter, and it keeps you up all day, literally. Then for my light roasters, they love the medium roast, which is rise to grind. It's a sweet taste, sweet and savory. And it's very very smooth. I mean, I like rise to grind, but my favorite, hands down, is Stay Woke. It just gives me Miami vibes. I'm a Miami girl. I'm from Florida. So it gives me Cuban, just on the beach somewhere with my Cuban toast. So then for the holidays, I came out with Southern Pecan Delight for my Georgia lovers. I thought about Georgia being here in Atlanta. I came out with Southern Pecan Delight. It's sweet, it's sexy, it's cute, it's girly girl. When we think of Georgia Peach, we always think about the Southern Bells, and that's what Southern Pecan gave us during the holidays. It gave us that nice, sweet, at home flavor. Grandma house with a pound cake, and you drinking your coffee and the conversation with your aunties now. So that's when I came out with Southern Pecan Delight. And for this summer brew, I'm really thinking about coming out with vanilla macadamia, just for like a cool summer breeze with your girls, and you just want to chill and conversate and talk about who you dating and who you not dating, and who didn't make you get off the market and all that cute stuff. So yeah, my coffee is sexy, because I believe that coffee is a luxury. So when you drinking coffee and grind, I want you to think of luxury. I want you to think of staying up late nights and early mornings.
Early mornings. I am dead.
Girl, early mornings.
My mind went somewhere else.
Girl,
I'm not gonna tell you where my
however you want it. Early mornings. If it's you with your spending night bag, or if you over here trying to go to work. Early mornings. However, I ain't judging the saints. I ain't judging the people. I'm just telling you what the coffee
you
do.
threw my question off.
I
I
just
had another
tell
question.
you what the coffee do.
So
However
your
you
coffee so your coffee is a lifestyle.
it's a lifestyle. It's a
Okay, it's
lifestyle.
more than a brand.
Mm-hmm.
You have another question. The question is when selling coffee and tea, how did you source the beans and the leaves? That is a great question.
That is a great question. So I actually had maybe over 15 companies reach out to me. Yeah, it was crazy. Like, I just was Googling everybody, and they sent me so many like samples. It was dumb. Like, I had so many samples, I had to go buy a grinder because they were sending it to me in pounds. Like, I just had a guy bring some coffee beans to my house. I was like, hold up, like, I don't know what's going on. So they actually sourced it out. Like, my people, they source out from Colombia and Brazil. So I didn't have to do any of that because I'm not right now. I have a middleman, but when I become a millionaire, I'm gonna cut out the middleman, and I
That
want to go
is
myself.
that's dope. I think that's really dope.
Yeah, and I actually want to. My sources, to be truthfully, I want to go to Haiti, and I want to go to Africa. No
Why
shade,
Haiti and Africa?
no shade to the Colombians, because Africa is where coffee really started.
You
That's
sound like one of my friends who's from Africa.
we no, and that's not even no shade for real. Like, and I
I
love
know you're
people.
not being shady. That what she said. So
It,
you're not being shady.
it comes from Africa, and if I'm gonna do it, I want it to be sourced from my people. I want to put that money back in there in my land. Like, I mean, not saying I'm
That
because I'm from Miami, but I want to make sure my people straight too. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I know that we look out for the Colombians, all that, and no shade, not being racist or nothing like that. But I know that Africa does source the best beans, and I have had Haitian coffee. That coffee is so magical. Like, I'm such a coffee drinker. It's magical. It's beautiful. You just want to
see, I
hug
don't drink
somebody. Like,
coffee, but you guys might agree with you. I don't
listen,
drink
like
coffee.
listen, it's like you want to hug them. Like, it's like, oh my God, I'm in love. I'm in love. Like, the first time I had Haitian coffee, I was like, yo, I'm in love. So that's eventually when I get to where I'm going, I want to source my stuff from Africa and Haiti.
I love how you said when I get to where I'm going, not if I get to where I'm going. When I get to, it's all about wording. Like, do you? Did y'all catch that? She said when. She didn't say if. She said when.
So to
So
answer that person question right now, I'm sourcing with a vendor from Colombia. But when I get to where I'm going, baby, it's coming from Africa and Haiti.
and you have somebody that agreed with you. Like I said, I'm not a coffee drinker. I'm just a barista, and I make good coffee, but I don't drink it. I don't drink it at all. I
Yeah.
have to be really tired to drink me some coffee. Like I
Yeah.
have to. I can't drink it. It's so bitter. Starbucks is too. Starbucks is way too strong.
Oh, I'm gonna send you some of my coffee. Is not bitter.
Okay, y'all hear that? I'm gonna let y'all know because I'm gonna review her coffee, y'all.
I'm gonna send you as soon as when you get off. You send me your email. I mean your address, and I'm sending it to you tomorrow.
Okay, gotcha. My next question, you guys, and I hope you guys are enjoying this interview. What are some things you have changed since starting your journey?
Man, that is such a good question. Doubt.
Thank you.
Yeah, like real talk, it will be doubt. It will be doubt. It will definitely be just doubting what I can do in my business. That
That's a good answer.
hands down. Because we be trying to be so strong and super deep. I ain't that girl. I'm gonna tell you, like, if I don't get it set, it's like, oh my God, what did I do wrong? Should I have released this? Should I do this? No, just doubting, girl, do it. Just do it. So it would definitely be just doubting the potential of my business.
I'm sorry. My son over here think my mama playing with him. It's funny. You know, that's a good answer. Is doubt
Yeah,
because I used to doubt myself, and I had to like stop doubting. Like that was a great answer to that question. Like I wasn't ready for that.
but that was a good question. I had to think about. I was like, wait.
Like most people don't say that. Most people say I can't remember what most people say, but that's a good question. I mean, that's a good answer because self doubt, you when you doubt yourself, you're sabotaging yourself, and you don't even realize it. I have done that for so long that I decided I couldn't do it no more.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh, somebody said your packaging is really nice. Okay,
Oh, thank you, Ari. Am I saying your name right? Thank you. My eyes, I can sense it. Thank you so very much. Thank you so much.
thank you for going
Like,
to her website. That is what my podcast is about.
like, I am so picky, but like my friends that know me, I'm not. I won't put nothing out if it don't look good. Like, I'm so about branding. If it does not look good, I don't. We have went through so many. Oh my gosh, I spent so much money on just trying to find just the right something that made coffee and grind look good. So thank you for that. I appreciate you.
I am loving the love you already getting. Like, here go a question for you.
Okay.
What steps did you take to accomplish your goals? This is for you.
What steps did I take? Well, which goes for my coffee? For the coffee goes?
Hmm.
I know y'all gonna be like, dang, she always talking about God. Nah, real talk. Like, it was prayer. It was prayer, and it was because I know we do vision boards, right? But I'm a firm believer of writing and executing. Don't just write stuff just to be writing stuff. You gotta write it down and execute it. And don't move forward to the next goal until you know that you accomplished it. I wrote down what I wanted. I want coffee and grind. I didn't care if I was gonna be homeless for them 2 months. It didn't matter how it was gonna come. I was gonna get it started. So the stimulus check helped me right? But I still had to put more money in it. I had a goal. It was copy and grind. So if that meant not getting your nails done, which is $60 for me with acrylic and whatever else you got going on, guess what? You can't get them nails done for 5 months. You better get some press-ons. You have to be dedicated to what it is that you're writing down. So it was writing down my vision and executing it. Like whether it was financially, whether it was putting the money to the side and cutting things loose, if that was not going out to dinner with my friends, sis, I can't go out with you. I got to cook at the house. And that's just what I did.
I love that. You have a lot of people, they don't know how to say no. They like, I'm gonna go knowing that their account is at $20, knowing they should be at home making that plan. And I love what you just said. I was that person. I have notebooks full of notes. And I didn't even try to accomplish the things. Well, not anymore, but I didn't even try to accomplish the things I kept writing. I'm like, something got to give. I can't keep having these dope ideas and not trying to execute each idea. So I agree with that. Sometimes we have to stop writing and we have to put that plan to action.
Right.
That was a good question, Thomasina.
So good. And then because then we're like, it's not manifesting, it's not happening. It's not gonna happen because you're spending your money on the things that you desire and the things that you want and not what you need.
Facts.
Mm-mm.
Sometimes we gotta spend money on what we need and not what we want.
Mm-hmm.
Like that is a lesson in itself.
Mm-hmm.
And me bringing up the word lesson, let's get to the next question. What is one of the lessons you have learned on this journey?
Do it. Do it afraid. Do it scared. Do it. Do it. Just do it. Do it with a closed mouth. Let me tell you what I say. But when I say closed mouth, do it without sharing your visions with everyone because everybody does not want to see you win. Just do it. If you're going to do it, just do it. And then do it without announcements. Just do it. Everybody didn't know that I was working on a coffee and grind. When I released it on Facebook is when it was already almost done. And it was come go to this link in the next 3 weeks, baby, we up and running. It wasn't, I'm thinking about starting coffee and grind, let me give y'all ideas. I don't need your ideas. I don't care. Not even being funny or boastful. I don't care what your thoughts are because it's already purpose in my heart for me to do it. I'm going to do it. So I learned to do it afraid with a hush mouth. Because if you open up your mouth too quick, then somebody will pull you out of your purpose and stop you from going to where it is that's what you have desired in your heart to do. So I shut up. I worked on my branding. I worked on my logos. I worked on my pricing. I worked on all these things with a tight circle, and then I released it.
You
Cause
know
we talk,
what? Sometimes we talk too much, and I agree because I'm that person. I be so excited to share everything, not realizing it's people that really don't mess with you. And
yeah,
I love what you said that because sometimes we have to just be quiet and release it when we know that it's done. Like
exactly,
nobody can change our mind. It's already completed. I'm just dropping it for y'all can know it's coming.
exactly.
That's
And
it.
I'm moving in silence. No, you not. You moving loud. Shut up.
I feel like when people say they moving in silence, they want to be seen and they want to be seen. And like for me, when I was working on my books, it was so hard not to say anything, and I just kept working. And I'm like, okay, I can announce it now because it's done. I
Yeah.
just gotta source my printing companies because that was a whole nother issue. But let's see, you have any more questions? Yes, I agree. Everybody do not want to see you shine.
No.
Everybody don't. They could be in your face smiling and they really hating on you.
Yeah.
They they probably envy you not knowing your story because everybody's story is powerful.
Yeah. It
Every
is.
everybody's. I feel like nobody can share nobody else's story because everybody in this world story is powerful.
It is. Everybody has a testimony. Every,
Mm, we do. My next few questions I have for her because we about to be done, you guys, is what are some expectations for yourself? What are your expectations for yourself?
these questions are so good. Because my expectations. I'm so hard on myself. Um, my expectations are to make my mama proud. Like real talk. Like it would be to make my mom my family lineage proud to say that my parents birthed me. Um, that's my expectations. I and I say this as humbly as I can say, I know that I'm gonna be rich because I believe that's God's plan for my life is to be rich. So I'm never gonna be broke again. I know that we say never. I'm never gonna be broke again, and I'm gonna put that out in the atmosphere. So my expectations is to make my parents proud. I don't want them to be embarrassed. For those that know my parents, and they're deceased now, but I don't want them to be like, oh, that was Marilyn kid acting stupid. My expectations is always I'm doing this for my family, for my parents to be proud of me, and then when I have kids, for my kids to say, that's my mom.
Facts. I love that. My expectation for myself is exactly what you said. I want to make my family proud. I want my family to be like, that's my cousin, that's my sister, that's my daughter.
Yeah,
She out there doing the damn thing. And I
yeah,
want my friends to be like, that's my best friend, because I'm kind of ratchet. That's my best friend. I like, and I want my sons to be like, darn, my mama's doing it.
yeah.
Like sometimes we put these hard expectations on ourselves, but sometimes they can be so simple. And I loved how simple yours was.
Thank you.
So you had another question, but not for me. Let
Okay,
me see. I just seen in the comments. It's on YouTube, so give me a second to find it.
I love
People
your
always
people.
try to
Like they're
pick
asking
apart your
questions.
ideas when they do not understand. Figuring it out for yourself is part of the journey to success. I agree. Figuring it out is
True.
part of the journey to success. When you try to get everybody involved in your idea, then you'll know if they're trying to steal your idea. They're preying on your downfall. You don't know. Sometimes it's better not to tell everybody all your ideas and just let it happen.
Yeah.
But I know. I think that was for you. I don't know how to say this person's name, so I'm not gonna say it.
Okay.
Did you have anything you want to say to that?
What's is she asking a question or was that a statement?
Was that a question or a statement? I'm gonna say it was a statement. I
Okay.
thought it was a question. She just commented back, or they commented back because I don't see their profile picture.
Okay.
Listen, you don't know. Like
Uh,
you don't know if somebody really don't want you to like it's that is a real thing. Somebody can hate you and be your friend and they really hate you. Like you don't
yeah,
know. Like I try to keep I love everybody, but I try to be mindful that everybody don't want to see me win.
honey, I had to sip tea on that. I gotta. That's a whole nother stream and event.
Girl, I
Feel-
don't drink tea, but you know what I can do?
Yes, Cardi. Yes,
Yes.
that's a whole nother segment.
It is, and I think it's so sad sometimes. Like, how can you be friends with somebody you really don't want to see win, or
Yeah,
you really print on their downfall? Like, how? Like, when I tell you I want all my friends to win, if I make it, no, when I make it, they gonna make it too, cause they gonna be at my table eating, and I'm
yeah,
gonna be like, girl, I got this connect for you. I need you to do this. And same thing with my family. Like, when I make it, everybody gonna make it. Like, that's my mentality. Like, you want to make it, we all make it. It's not no, oh, you made it, oh, you can't come to my party, girl. No, it's a celebration. We
yeah.
all made it.
Because it comes back. Look, when I met you, I was like, girl, let me send you these boutique names. Let me send this vendor list.
Girl, you sent me so many vendor lists. I was
Like who is this girl? Like I love people and I want to see us win. Whether it's black, brown, white, invisible, I just want to see us win and do good and break generational curses. I just want us
right.
as a people because when we're all winning, then there is no room for hate because we're focused on what it is that we're doing. Hmm.
Right, absolutely. And I want to see generation curse break too, because at the end of the day, if we all just focus on what we need to focus on, we're gonna get there. I get
Yeah.
tunnel vision. I'm a tunnel vision type of person. Once I get my mind stuck on something, I don't see anything else on the side of me. I just go head for it. Like, and I've been trying to work on that. A lot of people compare their day ones to your day 120. Hmm. I'm not gonna let that marinate. A lot of people compare their day ones to your day 120.
Like yo, you starting out, and then they compare to where you at. So if I'm on chapter 6, you on chapter 1. Pumpkin, I'm on chapter 6. Don't compare your chapter 6 to my chapter. Your chapter.
Oh, okay. I had a whole moment. I'm like,
I got you. I
I
got
was I had to read it 3 times. I still was like, huh?
you. I
I'm
got you.
sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not. I told you I have dingy moments. I told y'all this on YouTube. You said talk that talk, mom. They talking to you because I was confused just then. That was a whole thing. It went over my head and
I,
came back.
I got you.
Well, did you guys have any more questions for my guests before we get off? Because I'm actually out of questions.
Okay.
I have more, but she pretty much answered all of them. So it's no point in me asking the same questions in a different answer, a different way. It doesn't make sense.
Oh my
So,
gosh.
did anybody have any more questions for her before we get off? Like, anybody have a testimony? Did you like talk to her?
Talk to me. I love y'all. Y'all are talking. I love me. You know, I tell you, I'm a church girl, so I love me a good talking church. Now talk back to me.
You know what? I do love a good talking church.
Yeah, yeah.
No, no, she is beautiful and her lipstick is popping. Yes, that red lipstick is popping.
Thank you, girl. Some hair so brand, girl. All I
So
can tell
nobody's
you,
got no more
just
questions for her? Cause girl, I love me a good Stove brand lipstick. But right
yeah.
now, I'm gonna shout out Stamp Diva lip gloss. Make sure you cop hers. You got a discount going right now. Got a sale. Make sure y'all get that
Ooh,
with a little
I
bit
like.
of Mary Mac. So I mean Mary Kay. So, but I'm
Who is
wearing
that?
her. This is my favorite lip gloss brand.
Who is that
This
by?
is by one of my this one,
The
this one right
nude.
here.
Well, who by the nude?
Mary Kay.
Yes, I love some nude lips. That's cute.
Yes. And you know what? I don't even like this too, but hers is the texture. It's every I love everything about her lip gloss.
Okay,
So make sure y'all check out Stamp Diva. I just want to shout her out one good time. Because she stays supporting me and I want to keep supporting people who support me. But if you guys
absolutely.
have any more questions for my guest, for her, like we can end it, but I'm trying to make sure anybody have any more questions.
Okay, I really
We
enjoyed our conversation.
thank
Thank you so
you.
much. Coffee and grind on your show. I'm grateful to have met you on Clubhouse. I really am, and it was just it was
No,
flow.
thank you
It
so much.
oh my god, she's asking like, but it was like I'm sitting down with my friend. I really enjoy myself.
Thank you. That's how I envision it. And you guys, next Monday, I go live. If you're new to my show, I go live every Monday at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I interview mostly Black queens, but I try to interview other races as well. But mainly it's my Black queens. I love sharing their businesses with you guys, where you guys can shop with them and put money back into the Black community because that is something that we need to do. And let's
Yeah,
try. I always support at least 2 to 3 Black-owned businesses a one and each month. That's what I do. But if you guys have more questions for my Black queen, make sure you check her out at coffeegrind.com or Coffee and Grind on Instagram. She got tea and she got coffee for you. So if you
and
want to just support her, cash app her too.
I
Y'all
have
see?
and I have coffee stirrers, so it's a whole lifestyle brand.
I said that it's a lifestyle brand. I knew it. Listening to you, you said, would you say something and night, early or night, early morning? I was like,
Yeah, coffee for the
yes.
nights and early mornings. Absolutely.
Get your coffee and grind mugs, you guys. She got all of that. So, like I told you guys, it's a lifestyle. If you didn't catch her lifestyle, if you didn't catch her vibe before I even got off here, I don't know what y'all was doing.
Yes.
Okay, if you're trying to do an online business, how do you start it? So how okay, the question is okay, so how I started my online business, you guys, I use Wix .com, wix.com because it was easier for me to navigate versus Shopify. I'm gonna be honest, Shopify is a better platform for the apps, but it's harder to navigate if you don't know how to use software and coding, in my opinion.
True.
How did I get started? I'm actually talking about the coloring book or the boutique. How did I get started? The coloring book, I literally just saw TikTok and I was like, and I didn't even notice that I was the first Black African American autism awareness coloring book. because we're not showcase. Thank you. We're not showcases enough, and I didn't notice it until I kept like googling, and I'm the only one. So I started it, and I just put my money where my mouth was, and I
Oh, wow.
just I just been promoting it. And as I promote it, I got my first billboard this week. I'm not playing. Like I'm putting my
Period.
money where my mouth is. Thank you,
I,
because at the end of the day, like I said, you have to put your money where your mouth is, and you have to create your own seat at the table. Like it's like my table right now, I'm building it because I plan to be a billionaire. That's just my goal, and I'm not gonna stop until I get there.
yeah,
So
I
I'm
love
not near
it.
my goal, so I'm gonna keep grinding. So
Period.
that's how I started. And yes, she did have good energy and a great spirit. Y'all should have heard her on Clubhouse. I didn't even know how she looked, y'all. We was on Clubhouse and we was just on there talking till like 4 in the morning. I don't know. We was on there
Yeah.
for a long time talking on Clubhouse. And I said, sis, what's up? And I said, can I interview? She said, yeah, I can interview you. I said, thank God, because your energy is what the world needs. Like
Yeah.
somebody, I feel like somebody today had to watch this story. Somebody today had to listen to it because I do have go on Apple as well. Somebody has to hear this story and be like, I can make it out the mud too.
You can
This
make, man,
this
listen,
isn't who I am.
you can make it out the mud. Like you can make,
Right.
because, and I hate to be so preachy because I'm just at the end I am an evangelist, so I'm just gonna always go back to where my help come from, and my help come from God. That's just period. But you cannot get stuck in the moment of your situation. When you get stuck, it's so hard to come out of a quicksand. If we're looking at quicksand, they tell you don't panic. You got to ease your way out of the quicksand. But if you start panicking, oh my God, how much and you get stressed out, you get burnt out, you get just calm down, assess the situation, and look to the hills from which cometh your help. Now I'm gonna take that same scripture and say, look towards your future, look towards your future goals, look towards what motivates you. If your kids is motivating you, do it for your kids. If you're doing it for you and your spouse, do it for you and your spouse, but always have your purpose and what you're doing it for in the back of your mind, in the front of your mind, because that's what's going to motivate you. That's what's going to push you out of your dry places, out of the mud, out of where it is that you're going. When you have tunnel vision to see, you have to see, you said it, you have to see where it is where you're going. If you're seeing your situation, you're going to stay stuck in the situation. You're bigger than your situation. You're going somewhere, and where you're going is always towards your destiny, it's towards your purpose, it's towards your future, and you cannot get stuck in the situation. Your situation is only temporal. It's not forever, it's temporal. So if you stay is something that's temporal forever, then we can't get you to where it is that you're going. Man, God is greater than your situation because you are purposeful, and you cannot get stuck in a dry place when you know that after the rain, because it was storming here in Georgia today, after the rain, honey, the sun up. The sun is up. And I always say this, I grab this from my aunt. I can see the sun, S-O-N. I can see the sun in the middle of my storm. And if I can see the sun, the S-U-N and the S-O-N in the middle of my storm, then baby, I'm gonna be all right. I'm sorry, I ain't mean to preach y'all. It's just an interview. I'm just God is
No, 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 no. I told you I felt like somebody may have needed that
yeah,
message that you just said. So I believe in God. So you didn't defend me
okay.
because at the end of the day, I knew somebody watching this, listening to this needed that.
Yeah.
Somebody needed that. And we don't know who it was.
Yeah.
They may reveal themselves today, 10 years from now, whenever they feel like it. But somebody needed your testimony. Somebody needs to hear how you was
Yeah.
homeless and you started a coffee business and you was living out your car and you just told us it wasn't your mindset. You kept saying, I'm not homeless. This is a situation that I'm in because somebody who I thought was my friend who have truly revealed themselves that it really wasn't. God took me to God showed me this is not your friend, but I'm about to elevate you bigger than I ever have before. That's what I got from you. I don't know about anybody else, but that's what I got. So it was a testimony within your story. And I really hope that anybody who's watching this today enjoyed it.
Amen. Thank you for having me. And I do want to just say that I am wearing unlimited masterpieces from my friends' business. I try to support my friends, and I just try to support anybody that's doing anything. So if you have something, and inbox me, because I spend money. I spend my money back in my community. And I want to be, if you're following me or whatever it is that you're gonna do after this, I want to support you as well. I want to put you on my platform. Just like this interview today, I was sharing on my Facebook, on my Instagram stories, all everywhere. And I just want to be a blessing. I just want to be able to be a blessing to your business as well. And Crystal, I'm gonna buy your coloring book, because
Thank you.
I have some friends that kids have autism. So I'm definitely going to purchase your book.
Thank you.
And I want to meet you. I want to introduce you to my,
Meet you in actually in person because we haven't met in person yet, y'all.
yeah, and I
And
want
look at all these comments you're getting. Like you're getting so many comments.
yeah,
I
I want
am
to
loving
introduce
this
you to
energy
her.
y'all have for her.
Bianca,
Y'all got I'm loving it.
yeah, Bianca has
I
her
am loving this for you.
own. So I want to introduce, connect you guys. That would be awesome. She has her own kids brand, so that would be a dope connect.
Don't I would love to collab with somebody who got a kids brand. I'm all about collabing, you guys. Like all about it. Did anybody else have any more questions? Because I seen all the comments come in at once. Does anybody have any more questions for her before we end this live? Trying to wait for you guys. Do you guys need a 30-second break before y'all ask questions? Because I can go on another commercial break. My commercial break gonna be a little ratchet this time though. Ain't gonna be professional. I feel like somebody may have more questions for you.
Okay.
So I am going to go to commercial break. I just have to get to the yeah, y'all see I'm running the back office part. I'm going to go to a music video break. So we'll be right back.
That's a real bad chick. I might just need a whooping. He like Dilla, that's a different type of woman. All these bills up in my pocket got me walking kinda crooked. Bend it over, get that thing a little shake. I know he looking, yeah. I been good, you don't wanna see my bad side. I'm a heartbreaker, they call me the bad guy. I don't need a nice boy, I kinda like the bad type. I told him, baby, you can't be my man until your cash right. Once he get with me, I guarantee you he gon' act right. Left my last nigga in the dark, he need a flashlight. Now he call my phone on that soft shit. Lame ass nigga, you just clearly wasn't built for a boss bitch. Hustler baby, I could never settle. They can't keep up cause I'm on another level. The chain master bezel, he tell me I'm the devil. Long hair, fat ass, yeah, the booty on I'm well too grown for your bullshit. I ain't got no time for your bullshit. Don't hit my line with your bullshit. I'm way too fine for your bullshit. Boy, I'm way too grown for your bullshit. I ain't got no time for that bullshit. Don't hit my line with that bullshit. I'm way too fine, I'm way too fine. I'm way.
You guys, we back. I'm too busy laughing at my son, y'all. He is playing with my mom. It is hilarious. Next question. Y'all had no more questions for her? Okay, this is her Instagram. I'm gonna share it because I want you guys to support her too.
Okay.
Y'all see it? So I'm trying to make sure you had no more questions. I'm assuming that they're done asking you questions, and I guess you already inspired them today. So I hope
Okay.
you guys enjoyed the Bedroom Talk Show. I'm your host, Crystal J, and today I had the Victoria Queen who just dropped knowledge and she talked about God. So thank you so much for being on my platform, and I wish your coffee nothing but more love and success.
Same to you.
You're welcome. Good night, y'all.